Welcome to You and Me, the channel where we strive to become better versions of ourselves each day. Today, I'm going to share something deeply personal, how I confronted and identified my core weaknesses and how they impacted my journey. A few years ago, I hit a wall that I couldn't seem to break through: procrastination. It wasn't just a bad habit. It was a force holding me back from growth and sabotaging my dreams. No matter how badly I wanted to change, I just couldn't shake it off, leaving me feeling stuck and unmotivated. At that point, it felt like a vicious cycle, setting goals, only to watch them fade as I fell back into the same pattern. The more I tried to push past procrastination, the harder it seemed to grip me, affecting not only my ambitions, but also my self-confidence. If you've ever been in a similar situation, trust me when I say you're not alone. Many of us face obstacles that feel impossible to overcome. But here's the truth I discovered. Change is not only possible, but it's within your reach. Through this journey, I learned that identifying and facing your core weaknesses is the first step toward breaking free and moving forward. The good news? Change is absolutely possible. Self-improvement is a journey that can often feel daunting. For me, the true breakthrough occurred when I finally recognized the core weakness that had been quietly undermining my progress for years: procrastination. It wasn't just a matter of delaying tasks here and there. It had become a constant, almost invisible barrier between me and the life I envisioned for myself. Every time I set a goal, whether personal or professional, I found excuses or rationalizations for why I wasn't ready, why I needed more time, or why the task felt overwhelming. This pattern persisted for years, impacting every aspect of my life. Professionally, I missed out on opportunities, always thinking I'd get to them tomorrow. Personally, I felt stuck, unable to move forward because I kept postponing the actions I needed to take. The frustration built up, but I didn't fully understand what was happening until I looked at the root cause: my fear of failure, masked by procrastination. Identifying this weakness was the first step toward breaking the cycle and realizing that, to truly improve, I had to face this challenge head-on. Living with procrastination was more than just a frustrating habit. It spiraled into a relentless cycle of self-sabotage that permeated every aspect of my life. I would set ambitious goals, meticulously crafting plans that I believed would lead me to success, only to find myself falling short time and again. Each missed deadline felt like a heavy weight pressing down on my chest, suffocating my sense of achievement and self-worth. As I watched my friends and colleagues thrive and progress in their careers, I felt paralyzed by my inaction and regret, trapped in a loop of my own making. The hardest truth to accept was that I was the sole obstacle standing in my way, unable to break free from the chains of my own procrastination. The turning point came when I hit rock bottom after missing a critical deadline, one that had the potential to change everything for me. The disappointment in myself was crushing, yet it also served as a powerful wake-up call. In that moment, I felt an urgent need to act. I realized that if I didn't take immediate steps to reclaim control over my life, I would remain stuck in this stagnant state indefinitely. This revelation forced me to confront the uncomfortable truth that meaningful change had to start with me, and it required a commitment to break free from my self-imposed limitations. It was time to take responsibility for my actions and decide to fight against my procrastination once and for all. From that day forward, I began to embrace a mindset of change. I understood that it wouldn't happen overnight, but I was determined to find a way out of the cycle that had held me captive for so long. I set small, achievable goals and celebrated every victory, no matter how minor it seemed. The journey was challenging, filled with ups and downs. But with every step forward, I regained a sense of action in my life. This transformation was not just about overcoming procrastination. It was about rediscovering my passion, purpose, and the belief that I could achieve my dreams. Each day became an opportunity for growth, and I finally started to become the person I always wanted to be. The first step in overcoming procrastination was acknowledging that meaningful change wouldn't happen overnight. I realized I had to start with small, actionable steps to create a foundation for progress. To combat my overwhelming tasks, I began crafting daily to-do lists, breaking each project down into manageable pieces that felt less intimidating. One of the most effective strategies I adopted was the 2-minute rule, which prompted me to tackle any task that could be completed in 2 minutes or less immediately. By implementing these simple yet powerful habits, I slowly but surely started to build momentum. While setbacks occurred from time to time, each small victory reinforced my confidence, reminding me that consistency was the cornerstone of overcoming procrastination. As I continued practicing these habits, the temptation to delay tasks became increasingly easier to resist. The more I committed to my daily routines, the more evident it became that overcoming procrastination wasn't about making grand, sweeping changes, but rather about consistent, steady effort. With each passing day, I found myself checking off more items on my to-do lists, and that sense of accomplishment acted as fuel, encouraging me to push forward. The journey was far from perfect. There were indeed days when I slipped back into my old procrastination. However, the key was that I didn't allow those moments to define my progress. I focused on the bigger picture and recognized that gradual, sustainable growth was the path to lasting change. Over time, I began to witness real, tangible improvements in both my personal and professional life. Each day became a testament to my resilience and determination to break free from procrastination's grip. I learned to celebrate not just the completion of significant projects, but also the smaller victories that contributed to my overall growth. This shift in perspective transformed my approach to tasks, making me more proactive and engaged. I realized that every small step taken was a step towards reclaiming my time and energy. And this newfound mindset empowered me to strive for even greater achievements. In embracing this gradual process, I finally felt equipped to tackle the challenges that once seemed insurmountable, setting the stage for a more fulfilling and productive life. Looking back, I've come to understand that procrastination wasn't merely a bad habit. It was a manifestation of my underlying fears. I feared failure, and in avoiding tasks, I was inadvertently trying to avoid that uncomfortable feeling. By taking control of my time and breaking tasks into smaller, manageable parts, I discovered that seeking perfection wasn't necessary for progress. This mindset shift not only improved my productivity, but also had a surprisingly positive effect on my mental health and relationships. As I became more intentional with my time, I found myself more present in my daily interactions. I learned to appreciate the small wins, which fostered a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. This change didn't just enhance my work life. It also allowed me to be more supportive and engaged with the people around me. By embracing progress over perfection, I cultivated healthier relationships and a more balanced mindset, ultimately leading to a richer, more rewarding life experience. Now, I want to challenge you to take a moment for self-reflection and dig deep into your own core weaknesses. What specific barriers are holding you back from becoming the best version of yourself? Write it down. Sometimes just putting pen to paper can help clarify your thoughts. This week, focus on one particular area you want to improve, whether it's managing your time better, overcoming self-doubt, or tackling procrastination like I did. Start small, but commit to taking that first step toward change. Remember, every journey begins with a single action. I encourage you to share your experiences in the comments below. I'll be checking in and responding to your stories because this is a collective journey. Together, we can support one another and celebrate our progress as we work toward becoming better versions of ourselves. If this message resonates with you, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and show your support by liking and sharing this video. Engaging with our community not only helps us grow, but also motivates others on their self-improvement journeys. Your involvement means a lot, and it helps create a space where we can all learn from one another. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video, where I'll be diving into how I overcame my fear of failure. It's an essential part of personal growth, and I promise you won't want to miss the insights I'll be sharing. Together, we can tackle our fears and move closer to our goals.